With me, I have Mr. Akshay Gaikwad, who is a serial entrepreneur who has worked in India and in foreign countries.
I started my career in 2010. I think. That was the year when I decided I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to work for anybody else. I decided I want to be a job giver, not a job seeker.
Okay.
So I started with a small Maruti authorized service station in Sanpada, Navi Mumbai.
Okay. When I started my company, a lot of negativity, rejection from family. Did you face something similar?
Yeah. My grandfather always said, "Marathi manus धंदा नाही करू शकत. Job करा, home loan घ्या, EMI भरा, and that's about it."
So it's 1 year now in India, and how do you see IASF growing in future?
Government of India's mission in Atmanirbhar Bharat, in that we want to make the energy self-reliant. Biggest problem in growing any business is finance.
Right.
If you don't have the backing of finance, your business can't grow
Right.
as good as you want it, or it will grow slowly.
Welcome to another chapter of Built on Brains. Today, this podcast would be of a lot of interesting stories. With me, I have Mr. Akshay Gaikwad, who is a serial entrepreneur who has worked in India and in foreign countries, who is also a mechanical engineer, first generation entrepreneur, and we'll learn a lot of things from him, the very interesting story of his personal journey and professional journey. So I welcome you, sir, on this podcast.
Namaskar.
And namaskar. And we'd like to know your personal journey, how IASF Technology India Private Limited was incorporated. Before that, your engineering experiences, being a first generation entrepreneur, it's not an easy journey, I can say. It's not an easy journey. So over to you.
So I started my career in 2010. I think. That was the year when I decided I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to work for anybody else.
Okay.
I decided I want to be a job giver, not a job seeker.
Okay.
So that was the philosophy then. I started with a small Maruti authorized service station in Sanpada, Navi Mumbai.
Okay.
And that's where we three friends came together, formed a company. It was a partnership firm, and we started working together at a authorized service station. So repairing cars, getting the services done, or doing the major repairs. That was our work in 2010, 2011. I soon realized that one service station will not take me to the heights that I wanted to reach. I wanted to try and get to a place where I didn't need to think about expenses.
Okay.
So I wanted to be at that level. One of my friends used to live at Worli Seaface, and I had seen his house. So that's where I wanted to be. I wanted my house at near Worli Seaface, where I can see the sea. And that wasn't possible by doing a job at that time. At least that was my belief. I don't know if people today can buy a house with one job, but I thought I need to do something else. I need to grow more. So that's where I learned that in a service station industry, people used to compare me with, if the service station next to me is offering a service for X rupees, why am I offering at Y? Why am I higher? What different I'm giving? So that's where I realized that innovation is the key. If I give something new, if I give a product that nobody has seen, then I can decide my price. Nobody will question me why this price. And that's the reason why I started moving towards innovation. The first thing that we had designed was a small OBD GPS tracker, which can be fitted into any car, and from a central location, and in a central location like a call center or something, you can track that car speed, you can stop the car from working, you can check if there is any errors on the engine, you can check the exact location of the car. And this was designed in 2010, and we had also developed a prototype model with the little money that we had.
Okay.
So we also had a prototype model, we had a working model ready, and an idea based. So in that era, I think venture capitalism and angel investors were very new in the country. So we tried many angel investment platforms. We tried venture capitalist companies online, and didn't really find any investors who would invest in us. Probably the reason was, I think we guys were 26, 27 years old. So I think we didn't have that experience also, and no venture capitalist would want to invest in so green guys who have just come out of college and they're saying they can design something and make it work. So we didn't get that traction with respect to investments, and that's where we decided to explore more. And at that time, Boss was an idea. We thought that the whole of service station industry, which is not regulated, say Maruti is regulating Maruti authorized service stations, but there is talent in the country wherein guys are running their service stations without any affiliation. So we thought we'll combine all the we call them local service stations or local guys, and we'll give them an umbrella of authorized identity.
Okay.
And we would give them supply of spare parts, because there is many such outlets. So we could negotiate better with the suppliers. If I'm talking on behalf of 100 outlets, my negotiating power will be better. And then we can make them more professional by designing job cards for them, by doing their accounting, by having such a big volume with us. It would be a great idea to do the business together. And after that idea also got dropped. because of the same reason, we didn't find an investor to invest in. We had to leave that idea and move on in life, because all my friends who were with me, they also had responsibilities. I also had responsibilities. We had to put food on the table. So we decided that let's move on, let's try to earn money, and then eventually we'll try to get to something. But I didn't want to get a job. So there was an opportunity in South Africa. One of my friends was a project engineer, and he was working for a nice company who used to undertake mechanical engineering projects in plant engineering field. And he had started a small company on his side. And he said to me, come down, help me, and we can grow together, things like that. So I went to South Africa. I managed his 1 or 2 projects. And then we had an offer from a Singapore-based guy. He was a British citizen, but he was in South Africa since 1992 or something. And he used to run a trading company. He used to buy from China and sell in South Africa. And he was friends with the friend I was living with then. I was living with my friend in his house. And he came to us and said, you all are engineers, you all are smart guys. I'm buying from China and selling it here, but if you can give customized solutions, we'll get big clients. Why don't you all two join me? And we can do something together, and we can grow faster. And my friend was of the opinion that he doesn't want to partner with anyone. He wants to slow and steady grow, but grow to a level where he is alone. He doesn't want to invest or partner with anyone. So I said to him, that's okay, but the biggest problem in growing any business is finance.
Right.
If you don't have the backing of finance, your business can't grow as good as you want it, or it will grow slowly. It will take 4 years, 5 years time, and then your products are known in the market, and then you can. So I didn't have that much time. I didn't want to wait for 5, 6 years and take a slow path, longer route. I wanted a shortcut. So I accepted the offer, and I told the gentleman that I'll join you. Even if my friend is not coming, it's fine. I can work with you. And he offered me 25% share in all projects that we do together. And I was very happy. I was very excited. 25% share is good enough. He was doing, say, 2 million, 3 million rand worth of business every year. The first year I joined, we did 8 million.
Oh my God.
So he was very excited also. He was like, Akshay, we can do more together. We can build this. And I was also very happy working with him, because with him I had a team. He used to take care of all the administration, business side of stories, and all the technical I was taking care of. So the team was good. I didn't ever think of leaving him and starting my own. But on the second year, we did about 13 million in sales, and 4th year when I asked for my 25%, he didn't give it to me. He was like, now there is expenses in the company. We have to keep the money in as reserve and things like that. And my opinion was that if I am the 25% shareholder, or 25% is mine, and if you are using my money to grow the company further, then at least transfer 25% shares of the company to me. So I asked for equity with my own money, and he declined. He didn't want me in the business as a shareholder. So that's where I walked away. And that's when 2017 ISF Technologies was born. ISF Technology stands for Industrial Automation and Surface Finishing. So we build plants. Basically, we are plant engineers. We build innovative plants in this field. In surface finishing field, usually people need to paint every part. Every steel, plastic, wood product which is made, it needs to be finished. That means it needs to be painted or varnished or coated. Something has to be done for its decorative look and corrosion resistance. So these two things are very important in engineering or any manufacturing industry. So surface finishing plants, we build spray booths, paint spray booths, powder coating plants, shot blasting booths. So these all machines we started innovating. I didn't want to just buy from China and sell it to somebody in South Africa. So I started thinking about reducing the operational costs, reducing the electricity requirement. If they're using gas, LPG, whatever, how can I reduce the operational costs? And that's how all my designs started concentrating on that. So that's when I thought I need a brand name. My products, even if I pass away tomorrow, people should ask for the brand name. Not for Akshay, but they should ask for ARIA products. And that's how I wanted to leave my legacy behind. So I created a brand name. Rather than spreading my name, that I am the engineer behind this, I started saying these are ARIA products. ARIA is what ARIA just means air in Italian. In those days, they used to say German and Italian plants are very nice. And I wanted my brand name to sound Indian also. So I used the word ARIA, which means air, which I specialize in. All my plants are based on air. That is airflow, centrifugal fans. So I used the word ARIA as air, but it was very near to Indian pronunciation. Right. So I thought, let me use ARIA. And slowly the brand started growing. People in South Africa, nearby countries, Zambia, Zimbabwe, we have done projects in Kenya, we have done projects in Nigeria. So all these places, people started knowing the brand. The spray booths are good. There was one thing, I was the most expensive guy in the market. So my products weren't cheap, but the benefits were more. So I had to explain the clients, here is the savings in 5 years. This is the quality level. This is why you buy expensive goods. And not just buy something for the sake of buying it. Rather than the product must work for you, must save your money, and that plant should generate income for your business. So that awareness I had to build. And slowly in South Africa, ARIA now is a name where people know that these products are very good. We still get orders. And 2021, the journey took us after COVID in a different direction. Client of mine in Johannesburg, they had bought a Korean plant, which used to clean coal, not with water. Traditionally, everybody washes coal with water. It's called a coal washery. But in 2021, one of my clients bought a Korean plant which does dry beneficiation. It doesn't use water for cleaning coal. It uses air. For some reason, that plant didn't work in Johannesburg. That plant had frequent breakdowns. It had problems where in a week, it used to be broken down for 3 days out of 7 days. So the production was almost 50% only. So they asked us to come and see the plant, modify it, recommend some betterments. And that's what I did. In 2021, I went there, I saw the plant, we recommended the changes, we undertook the changes, and then the plant started working exceptionally. The client liked it. The client next year gave us the order for brand new 2 indigenously designed plants. That you design completely now, no modifications, now design from scratch. And give it to us and you install it. And then that's how we got into mining industry. And that's how my air separation plants, we call them, or air beneficiation plants, that's the innovation that I brought to India. Because Indian coal industry is huge. India has a lot of coal reserves, but it is not clean. It's called ash content. So ash in Indian coal is about 36-40%, sometimes 45% also.
Okay.
So what happens with that is when energy is produced, then the ash doesn't burn. It causes the waste material, we call it fly ash or bottom ash. This ash is collected outside the thermal power plants. Now this ash is very hazardous. It is not environmentally friendly, and it causes downstream lots of problems in soil when it mixes with health issues. So what I wanted to do is, if with my dry method I can clean the coal and then it is burnt in thermal power plants, then the ash reduces. There's no emissions. The emissions are lesser. You don't have fly ash to start thinking about how to manage it. Now there is departments in India who are managing fly ash specifically.
Okay.
So rather than doing all that, I thought, let me bring my dry coal beneficiation technology to India.
Okay.
And then when we came to India in 2023, I registered a private limited company in India, and I started thinking of moving my complete manufacturing from South Africa to India.
Okay.
Because South Africa was very expensive operational wise also. Our operations costs were higher, overheads were higher, and we, living outside India for so many years, were always listening to Make in India programs and Modi ji giving us more opportunities.
Right.
And I was of the opinion, when the country is growing, the GDP is growing, that means there is more and more investment. Yes. So first thing, when an international company invests in India, he'll need plants. So me being in India is more logical than being outside
India. Right.
Because the home requirement is much higher than any other country. So I decided, let me start an office in India. I'll build my factory workshop slowly, but let me first see what's the turnaround. So September 2023, we moved to India. We established our factory, our plant, and I didn't bring my whole family down, but we were traveling. I used to travel whenever there was a meeting. I was meeting somebody, I used to come down, I used to meet them, I used to go back. So that's how I started my Indian factory in Pune. In Talegaon.
Okay.
And the reason for that was, I'm a Mumbaite. I was born in Mumbai, I was raised in Mumbai, but when I came back, I couldn't manage the humidity of Mumbai. Because so long I lived in Johannesburg. For 10 years I was in Johannesburg. Johannesburg is very elevated. It's like 1,000 meters above sea level.
Little colder than.
It's cold, it's dry. It's similar to Pune weather.
Okay.
So, and my requirement in Chakan industrial area, I thought the factory would be fit best near Chakan.
Okay.
So I wanted to be here, and one of my employees from South Africa, he was also Indian. He used to live in Talegaon. He said to me, "Sir, you must try Talegaon weather. You'll be so happy you won't go anywhere else." So that's what I did. I came to Talegaon. I stayed there for a week, and I thought, this is where I'm good. It was very nice, very comfortable. The temperatures are good. It's not as hot as Mumbai, as humid as Mumbai. So that's what I decided. I'll live in Talegaon. I'll put my offices somewhere
around by.
in between Chakan and Talegaon, so I can travel also comfortably. And that's how Indian office was established in 9th September 2024. So it's exactly a year now when we established our Indian office. And in this 1 year, we have done projects for Mazda Limited. We have done Western Refrigeration, Baroda Equipment, Parth Valves in Chakan. So we have done projects in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, Baroda, Chakan itself. We are speaking with 2 or 3 more clients for paint plants. So this is that vertical, paint plants, which was my expertise since 2011, 2012. So paint plants is there. But with that, we thought, let's start seeing the market in coal.
Okay.
So now we started going around, meeting people. Coal India Limited is India's biggest coal producer.
Correct.
We had to go there. And we first met with CMPDI. That's the research body for Coal India Limited. And we explained them our technology. They liked it. They wanted to know more. We got some input from them. Why Indian coal is so difficult to be cleaned. And that's where we realized that Indian coal is not like international coal. It's called drift theory coal. So when drift theory coal forms, it forms on the banks of rivers. So on the banks of rivers, when sediments settle on top of it, and wood and other organic matter gets submerged,
compressed.
With time it becomes coal. But in that, there is a lot of ash, dirt, contamination, you can call it.
Okay.
So the sand particles go inside. So coal particle, if you see a sphere, the ash is not just concentrated in one corner. The ash is spread equally, and in small particle sizes. So that's why Indian coal is so difficult. Even if you break it down, it will have equal amount of ash here, equal amount of ash here. So that's where it becomes very difficult to try and get its density matched in our plants.
Okay.
So we had to come up with another solution. We had to merge 2 or 3 technologies together to make sure that Indian coal can be cleaned. So that's where we merged in vortex milling, dry beneficiation, and plasma methods. Plasma gasification is one of the methods where you can gasify coal, because we thought that we need to offer a solution wherein after cleaning coal, what? We can burn it in thermal power plants, sure. But why not try to find a better method of generating electricity than just burning it in thermal power plants? So we said plasma gasification. Gasification is a simple method wherein they burn the coal and convert it to syngas. And syngas is then used for generating electricity or converting into aviation fuel or converting it into many more downstream products. Ammonia can be generated from it for fertilizers. So syngas has many applications. But when we researched, we saw that when you produce syngas from coal by conventional methods, there is also vitrified ash formation. There is some, the conversion is not complete. So you lose efficiency of 30 to 35% in that. So we thought, why to lose efficiency? We are innovators. We need to think of something that we don't lose efficiency. So plasma is a method wherein plasma word actually means that solid and gas. It's in between there. So plasma is something that reactor's temperature, the plasma torch's temperature, goes above 5,000 degrees. So these temperatures are unreal. In that temperature, the conversion from carbon to syngas is very quick and fast. And it's complete conversion. There is no losses. So your vitrified ash will be very less. And in that less ash, like 2 or 3% only will be the ash. Conventionally, the ash was 30-35%. And we say when we can clean it in our dry beneficiation plants, the ash is below 7%. So when ash is so low, you can easily burn it in plasma and reduce the whole ash cycle. So that was the idea. Now these plants, we pitched it in Coal India, in private sector. We have spoken to big, huge conglomerates who have their own power plants. They have their captive power plants. They are using it for making steel, making aluminium, making. So big industries have their own power plants. So we approached them also. Why to waste electricity or generate so much fly ash when we can preserve the environment and with that do good and generate energy. So this is where we are at the moment in India. It was a long introduction. Sorry about that.
Fair enough.
But the journey was long also, since 2010 till 2025.
As you are an engineer, and as I also came to know, just we were talking about, you also lost your father very early, and first generation entrepreneur. What are the qualities that made you an entrepreneur? Because it's not an easy journey with this kind of family situations. So how is Akshay, who is today? There must be a big story behind it, right?
Actually, there is a story, but it's more of follow the path that is in front of you.
Okay.
Things kept happening. As I told you, South Africa happened by chance. I didn't plan from before that I want to leave India. I want to go out of India and earn there. It was by chance. A friend called me. I said, yes, okay, let's go. So it was more of that. But my father passed away when I was in 9th standard. And after that, entrepreneurship was just because I didn't want to work for anybody. That feeling was there in my mind since very start. I don't want to be working for somebody who will tell me what to do. I'm very hard-headed. So I don't like to listen to anybody. I do my own things. So I wouldn't even listen to my family who would tell me do this, do that, do engineering, get a job, start earning something. So I'm very unconventional in that regard. And 2009, 2010, people never used to take that big risks early in the career. And my family, we needed source of incomes. So luckily my big brother was there. He was the support system. We came up with the plan. The plan was, you work, you do the job, you support the family, let me take risk.
Okay.
So it was like that.
Balancing the finances.
Because at the end of the day, you need to have meal on the table.
True.
So you need to take care of your bills.
Right.
So I told my brother, you go get a job, you work 9 to 5, and when the company becomes big, then you can quit and come and sit and have your own nice glass office and do whatever you want. But now you work, let me do what I want to do.
Okay.
So that was the idea behind it, and it worked. Fortunately, it worked. And the other thing I've always believed, I'm a believer in God also. So I believe if you don't do wrong to anybody, wrong doesn't happen to you. I believe in karma, in karma. So I have always tried to do my business ethically. I have never tried to take money from anybody and not given its value to them. Or I have never cheated anybody or done frauds and things like that. So I believe even if it's a small guy in my office, he's not working, he has left, he had to go far away. But I've made sure my HR has calculated how much money was due and we have paid it to him. So things like that. I believe in that. If you don't do bad to anybody, bad will not happen to you. And that's how luckily I reached till here.
But as in Maharashtrian family, Maharashtrian families are not known for businesses.
Correct.
Even when I started my company, a lot of negativity, rejection from family. Did you face something similar?
Yeah. My grandfather always said, Marathi माणूस धंदा नाही करू शकत. Job करा, home loan घ्या, EMI भरा, and that's about it.
Correct.
So, but I never believed in that.
Okay.
So since a young age, I was like a rebel. So then I was like, everybody tells me you can't do this. That's the reason why I want to do it. I want to show you all that this can be done. That it's not an impossible task. There is nothing impossible in life. If you think about something and if you say that I want to do it, you can do it. So that was the idea behind it. And it wasn't even hard and fast. It just happened.
Yeah. So now you can think that it happened, but it may be hard at that time.
Correct. So it might be subconscious. Subconsciously, everybody is telling me to get a job. That's why I don't want to get a job. It might be that.
I can't even try. जो बोला वो नहीं करना.
And then it was also मित्रांबरोबर बिझनेस नाही करायचा. मित्र काय नसतं. पुढे जाऊन सगळं स्वतःचं बघतात. This was the common dialogues.
Okay.
We heard since start. So I was like, का नाही करायचं? My friends are different. That's what I used to think. And then slowly and steadily I started thinking it's not about how your friends are. It's about how you are. If you are not understanding enough and there is problems within your team, then there will be problems everywhere. Because even if you're working in a team in a salaried environment, if you can't work with a team, you can't grow.
Right.
Because nothing can be done alone. This I realized very early.
Everything is built by the people only. Even companies are group of people.
Right. And that's what happened. I at the start was one-man army. I was doing everything and it wasn't not possible at all. Because you can't work more than 17, 18 hours in a day.
Correct.
That is, your body takes a toll, you start getting sick. So 18 hours was max what I can do. So then I realized I need a team. I need a good admin person, I need a good accounting person, I need technical guys, designers. So these all we started developing very early in South Africa itself. So the importance of team I realized then, and we made sure that there is a team. So if there is a team, the team can be friends. You just need to know how to work with a team.
Good. That's true.
There can be leadership skills. You don't want to listen to anybody, but with leadership skills, you can manage a team better, develop a team better, make sure that they are also growing with your company. And then they are happy to work with us. My team now, they believe that when the company grows, they will grow with it. And that's the philosophy that we have kept at our workplace. Let's grow together rather than me trying to fill up my pockets. We say that company grows, everybody grows. And there is a stage for everybody to prove that their capabilities and their innovation that they can bring in.
Right.
So that's where ARIA Open Minds came. So Open Minds was our logo's tagline. One of my very good friends gave it to me, but open minds was accurate because it means that when we go to a site, when we go to a client, we are going to open their minds with our innovation.
Okay.
So that was the reason behind our tagline. So that's how the whole logo came into the picture. ARIA, open minds.
Okay, that's good. As you mentioned, an organization, a company is always a group of people motivated towards one goal, and it's challenging to identify, recruit.
Correct.
So, how do you manage this actually?
This was very interesting.
Small company,
correct,
with less money, always it is a task to get right people. So, how do you manage this actually?
So, in my company till date, we don't have very senior people. So, I don't have any ex-CMDs, senior 50 years and above people. What we see is we give an aptitude test. Whoever is interested to work with us, we give an aptitude test of 10 questions. See how much the grasping power of the candidate is, and then we decide if he'll fit in the company or not.
Okay.
And my whole team is very young. Because we couldn't afford very senior people. So we just see if they have the aptitude for our kind of work. If they have aptitude, I know I'll groom them. So there is some of the students who worked with me in South Africa. In Johannesburg, they used to come to do their MBAs. And once they finished their MBAs, I used to recruit them in our company. And once they came to our company, they took experience of 1 year, 1.5 years, and then they used to move on to other companies. So 1 or 2 of my guys went on to become senior project engineers in big companies, and they became very successful. So that was my philosophy. If you want to stay with me, it's good. We'll grow together. If you get a better opportunity, you can leave and go ahead. Whatever I've taught you, it will always be there with you. Right. So that's how we conduct our company still. In India also, we did the recruitment on the same principles. My designers, they're all young. We see if they have the aptitude to work with us, if they have that innovative spirit, and if they have it, they come. So our questions are very interesting. We try to see their language, we try to see if they have technical acumen.
Okay.
And in 10 questions, we judge the person, and then we just chit chat, we talk.
Okay.
We get to know the person. So that's how we recruit at the moment.
Are these questions defined by you?
We designed this test like in 2019.
Achha.
I designed it to get to know a person on that level.
Okay.
So they are working for us.
Okay.
We didn't do many mistakes in identifying a talent. So we have kept it the same. We haven't changed it. And till date, any person walks in for an interview in our office, he gets a question paper and just write this test, then come back, then we sit and talk. So that's how we conduct our interviews.
That's really interesting because this is also innovative, I can say. Multiple rounds of interviews were taken and still there is a wrong selection.
So one aptitude test tells me his thinking capacity or what direction he wants to grow, if the candidate's interest aligns with the company's interest. Because once he is happy, the candidate is happy, I know he'll stay. But if the candidate is not going to be happy, if he is just working for the sake of working to earn a salary, then 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, he's always going to try to move and jump to a better position. So that's why we try to look for people who want to grow with the company.
That's interesting to know. So with new generation coming in, means way back in 2008, 9 or 2004 when I passed out, things were different altogether. Now, in spite of being monitored extensively with cameras and everything, online class and everything, when we recruit, we find a lot of gap between what is expected, basic requirements, and the candidates are coming out with the degrees are not able to cope up with that requirement. So how do you see this difference changed in the education system that has happened over the year?
I never had to, because I never saw their degrees. I just saw my aptitude test. That's why I have never judged a person on his
marks or
on his credentials, you may say. Rather just his aptitude test and the person to talk to. And I'm happy with that. Even if he doesn't have a degree, I'm not really faced. He can get a good position. He can earn more than an engineer who has a degree in my company. Just because he's giving his efforts and how much he means to the company. So our pay scales are not decided on degrees.
Achha.
Our pay scales are decided on how much value he's adding to the company.
Okay. Okay. So what do you think the important what I can say characteristics of entrepreneurs should be that makes him different from most of the crowd, 99% of the crowd?
I'm not too sure how to answer that, but I can say that I can tell you about myself. I don't know how a successful entrepreneur will be like.
Okay.
Rather, I can tell you that I have never taken no for an answer. Like if somebody says this is impossible, I want to do it.
Okay.
I want to try it. I want to see why is it impossible? Why people are saying this can't be done? So that one quality of mine has made me do many things on client sides also. When somebody said this can't be done, I was always like, why? Let me try, and then bring up a solution. So that was one quality that I had.
Okay.
And I also am good with people.
Okay.
So I what you call it, public relations.
Relations.
I can understand better. So what happens is when you are of understanding nature and not just very short-tempered, then you know how to take your team and go ahead. With the clients also, if the client is angry, why he must be angry. That understanding nature and patience is required in entrepreneurship. If you don't have patience, you can't actually survive. You need to have patience, and those all qualities together, I think, forms an entrepreneur, not just one quality.
One quality, right. Because you must also have a similar experience that engineering, 90% of the people are still in job. 90 is also a very optimistic number. It may be 95% people.
Correct.
And many few opt for entrepreneurship. Correct. Many opt and then fail. So it's not a easy task, I guess.
True, but failing in entrepreneurship is not a failure at all. I think it's an experience.
Okay.
So there's nothing known as failure in life.
Okay.
You only fail when you stop trying or when you get to 80 and you have given up. If you have failed in some endeavor that you started, you can always start again. You can start something else. You can better it.
Right.
Or you can pick up another product and innovate it. So it's never the end. I don't think failure is a word in entrepreneurship.
Okay. I think so. It is the everyday journey.
Correct. It's a journey. It's a path. If you think this is not working, then a smart guy will say that rather let me leave this and take something else. Then this is not a failure. This is your smartness that you have identified that this product will not work.
Right.
Rather than sitting with that product for 10 years and wasting your 10 years, you move on faster, you pick up another product, you start giving different services, innovate it, and start earning from there.
Right. Okay.
So it's not a failure. This didn't fail. You identified that this can't work.
Okay.
That's my philosophy, and that's much better.
Right. And how do you keep yourself motivated? You have a lot of high energy. So how do you keep yourself motivated? Because entrepreneurship, again, takes a lot of toll. Personal life, I can say.
It was very difficult at the start. I was 26 years old, 25 years old. You won't believe. I used to keep beard just for the reason why the clients used to think that he's too young to execute this project. So they used to doubt me on that. Okay, he's too young. He won't be able to do it. That was their first impression. And then I started keeping a beard. I started showing myself as more mature than what I was. But this energy level, I realized after 35 starts getting lower and lower. You have to keep motivated, not only mentally, but physically also. Like my doctor says, start taking vitamins, start taking. So physically also you have to do it. Right. Whatever shortcomings are there from food, you have to add it somewhere. If your body is not getting the nutrients, you have to add it somehow and keep motivated. And mental motivation comes from, it's very beautiful. Like, it's not similar, but when your project completes, you commission something and you start that plant, you switch it on, the way it works, it's the best feeling that any engineer can have. That you created this and now it's working.
Okay.
And the client is happy, what you promised. That was a vision, but it started. And that's the reason why I have been so interested in my company, because my every project is new. Every time I design something, it's something different. So it keeps me interested in it. It keeps my attention there. So I'm always excited for every new project.
Great.
So that's one reason you can say. So I got with my character, I got into the right field. I'm a person who gets bored too early. If I was doing 9 to 5, only one thing, I would have got bored and
left it.
So this projects was a very good match to how my character is. That's why this company is growing. We are doing new projects. We are getting into new things, and I'm always interested.
That's great. So from the beginning of your career, you are an innovator, right? And you have built something that was really useful always. Because earlier days you built something for vehicle tracking system, which was very new at that stage, I can say. Right now, people are trying to do it and implement it. At that years, I can say it was very innovative and very early. So. As I assume, innovation as an engineer starts with a problem. Identifying a problem.
Correct.
So, smartness also lies in identifying the problem. Am I correct on this?
Correct. You are. In engineering terms only, troubleshooting comes after diagnosis. In medical also, you have to diagnose the problem first.
Right.
If you don't know the problem, what are you going to treat it?
Right.
So, diagnosis is the biggest challenge. You need to identify what the problem is.
Okay.
In projects also is the same thing. There is many of the big companies have something known as CIPC, continuous improvement department, or some they'll have a body wherein 3-4 engineers are continuously looking what we can improve in our company. So many of those engineers used to contact us saying, this is our process. They are wasting so much human resource, they are wasting so much energy. What can be done to save all this? How can we improve our process? And that's where we used to go and start identifying, walking through their process. Talking to the lowest operator is very important. Because sometimes managers sitting in the office don't really know what problems the operator on the floor, the machine operator, is facing. So we used to go to talk to them. We used to sit with them in the canteen having lunch, and then we'll get to know the real problems that they face. And then we will target that. We'll try to find solutions on that. And that's where the client is to get happy at the end result, because we didn't only take feed as what managers wanted. We also took into the consideration to make the operator's life better. And that's where the operator used to get happy that, I was breaking my head doing one thing 100 times, but this guy solved my problem. Now I can press one button and this gets done. So operators were getting happy with our plant also. That was one area that I realized early in my life.
So diagnosis, to understand the problem first and then providing a solution. That's the way innovation is supposed to be.
Correct.
Okay. So it's 1 year now in India, and how do you see IASF growing in future? Where you want to take it to the next
It is
level?
a very interesting journey. Because as I told you, in India we came with a plan to get into the coal industry, to clean coal. Everybody says in coal you get your hands dirty.
Right.
But there is government of India's mission in Atmanirbhar Bharat, in that we want to make the energy self-reliant. Now India doesn't have much of oil, we have to import it. But coal is present in India. Just there was not a technology available to clean it and use it better. Now with that, we want to align ourselves with India's 2030. There is a mission called Mission Gasification. So in this target of coal gasification, India wants to do 100 million tons a year of coal converted to syngas. So that's the target. So we also eye that target as a partnership to grow our country. If my country has that target, I need to do something to help it. So that's my plan. It's not that my technology is, I want to make too much money and build my mansions in one night. Rather, we want to say that we want to work with the government of India to achieve its targets. Rather, if the technology can better the current system, why not? Let's use it. Let's grow together. That's the philosophy always. If the country grows, I'll grow. If the company is growing, country will grow. So, because we are in coal gasification, both technologies will help each other. And that's what we are trying to do now. So next 3-4 years, what we see is aligning with India's missions with coal gasification, coal beneficiation, and applications of coal, with keeping in mind the international pressures of emissions, environmental carbon footprints, things like that. So we want to be compliant in that, and then help India to achieve its targets.
Okay.
So that's the future.
And do you see any difference in the environment and the business ease of doing business in comparison to foreign countries and in India? Is there anything that as an entrepreneurs we need any support from government which is lacking?
Correct. There is at present, when I came back to India, it was very nice.
Okay.
The procedures have changed a lot. They have improved a lot.
Okay.
Rather than saying just changed, it has improved a lot.
Okay.
And it's always like that. Remember, our country is trying to manage 1.4 billion people. So it's not easy. It's great what it's doing at, and everything is a process. So since last 2010 till now, I can say it's huge improvements. Now ease of doing business is there. Everything is online. I used to need to stand in queues before. Now I don't. Online I can submit my export applications. My customs filing can be done online. So there is a lot. And in every system when you're growing, there is always room for betterment. Like I said, there is a CIPC program, continuous improvement program. So for governments also, it is there. If you leave continuously improving, then you become stagnant. Technology will keep growing, and you are still living in Stone Age. So for that to not happen, you have to improve continuously. I'll say that is applicable to us as organizations, that is applicable to governments, and it's applicable to people also as individuals. We should also think about improving ourselves and then grow together.
True. So earlier I had one podcast, and in that podcast we discussed about ethics actually, where we were talking about how we can make our India a better place, where how we can contribute. So the comment was that starting with the young generation, and not only with the technology but from morality and ethics also. So do you think that is also essential part?
It is. Because until and unless the ground root level is not cleaned, the top tree will not grow properly. So your root is also very important. And everybody forgets, but we individuals together form the nation.
Correct.
So the system is not just a system outside us.
Right.
We together are forming the system. So I think ethics is the base, and government needs to do something in awareness side. Like I liked the program of Swachh Bharat. It was a great campaign. Everybody in India knew that we have to keep our house clean, outside clean, public places clean, everything clean. And its repercussions, if it's clean, the disease, spread of disease is less, things like that. So similarly, there is many more initiatives that we can take. Like, I'll give you an example, which I believe, because I drive, and I've driven my vehicle outside India. I drive in India also, and everybody thinks in India that if you are driving on the road and you get from A to B within certain time, which is impossible, that means you are a great driver. But I don't think that. I think that if you have ethically reached from A to B without cutting people, without coming in between others, without driving rash, if there is a queue, there is a reason for that queue. You are not overtaking that queue and going on the wrong side. So that falls under ethics that individuals are not aware of. People think I did a great job by reaching there in 20 minutes. But they are not thinking they broke queues. They have driven rashly. They have driven on wrong sides. So this all things, they are not thinking they did anything wrong. So we need to first make them realize it's wrong.
It's wrong, right.
If you are standing in a queue for ration or even a movie hall ticket and somebody cuts in, they'll beat you up. The people standing in front of you. Why? Because it's ethically wrong. These guys are standing there since 1 hour.
Correct.
If you are a VIP to get into that queue, it's fine. Then there should be another VIP queue. Or there is a protocol. There is vehicles with lamps, or there is sirens and all. So if you are a VIP, then grow yourself to become a VIP first.
Yes.
Become a VIP first and then drive like that.
Right.
So that's one thing that people need to spread awareness also. So there is many things that can be done.
Achha.
It's continuously improvement that we need to do. So that's one example I gave you.
Right. It's interesting to know about your views on ethics also. So apart from business, what are your pastime activities or part-time interest?
As I told you, I'm very, since start I was very innovative, and everybody who told me this can't be done, I took it as a challenge.
Okay.
Why can't it be done? So there was a challenge that is there in the world. Everybody has the biggest challenge of how our universe actually works. Nobody knows. How the gravity works. Nobody knows. So I started thinking on that. Why nobody knows? Why can't I try to figure out how it works? And 2011, 12, that time I started thinking on it. In my free time, I used to think, how does gravity really work? Einstein tried to find something. He said there's a missing link, and such big people have tried and failed. So I took it as a challenge. Let's think. And I used to do my thought experiments and thing, And with that, actually, I think I have found out the reasons of many things that are not known to the humankind. Like what dark energy is, what dark matter is, what is a black hole.
Okay.
So what happened is, since late 19th centuries, everybody started doing experiments to find out how things work by doing observations.
Correct.
But not finding the reason behind it. Nobody answered why. Everybody said what it does we know. How it does we know. Mathematics we have. Formulas we have. But nobody has the reasons behind it. So I thought I have uncovered that. And then I thought, how to I'm not an articulator, tell it to the people how to tell the story, how it actually is. But the biggest problem is, if I say I know, people will say, he's crazy. If every scientist was called crazy at first, every big name. Correct. How would he know? He was sitting in South Africa. How would he know? He didn't have a lab to do experiments. He didn't have anything. So what I thought is, let's write a book so that you can put everything what you say in a book, and that's what I did. I've written a book. I've just completed it. It's called Not So Dark Anymore.
Okay, great. Okay.
So, I have a tagline called Once Upon a Time It Was Called Dark Energy.
Okay.
So in this book, I have tried to mention all the things that I realized with thought experiments and logically coming up to the conclusion how our universe actually works. So it's a logic based book. It's not experimental based book.
Okay.
It's just talking and telling my story. I thought of this, and then I realized if there is gravity, there must be something which is pushing everything together. Things like that. And I've developed my book. It's out on Amazon, but we are planning a book launch in India. And soon it will be launched in India with a proper book launch
ceremony.
Yeah.
Okay. So Amazon, it is available?
Yeah, it's available on Amazon at the moment.
So we'll put the link in the description so that you can buy it from Amazon. So it would be interesting to know his views on dark energy.
Great.
Yes. So I assume that when you are doing assumptions, thinking, assuming something and articulating, you are also an extensive spiritual and meditator. Am I correct on that?
Not meditation as such, but I believe in the higher power. The reason is, as I told you, I know how universe works. So in my mind, I know what that higher power is. So I do believe in the higher power who can regulate everything, who can take care of everything, and I believe in that. And my roots are in Hinduism. So from start, actually that's a very different story. Also until 2015, I was a very die-hard atheist. I was a Gnostic. That's the word. But something happened in 2015, and I started believing. And then when I started believing, then I did everything that was required of me. I said, I do my prayers lightly. I don't really go to temples only. I talk to my God wherever I am. I travel a lot. I'm always in a car. So while driving itself, I'll say my Om Namah Shivaya or Vakratunda. Everybody has a relationship with their God.
Right.
They see it as a father figure or a buddy, a sibling.
Right.
I see Ganesha as my friend.
Okay, that's great.
And that's where I believe in him. I think he always takes all obstacles out of my route. That's his, and I don't really treat him as a father figure. Rather, I treat him as my friend.
That's great.
So that's my spirituality. Ganesha and his father Shiva. That's what I believe in.
Great.
That has taken me this whole journey. It has helped me.
Okay.
That's about it. I'm not a very person who will sit and keep doing it.
Your way of spirituality.
I believe I do it in my own way.
Right. So, with this, do you have any suggestions for an upcoming entrepreneurs? What are the key things one should have, basics, to become an entrepreneur?
To become entrepreneur, it's very, very difficult to put down the points as such. But I'll give you a small how to do it. If you are thinking of entrepreneurship, the first story that I realized is you can't do two things together. If you're thinking of starting a business with the current job, forget it. You won't do even one better.
Okay.
Either do this or that. You can't do both together. And that's the mistake that I realized the Marathi Manus did. Marathi Manus always didn't want to take risk. He wanted to keep his job and start a business.
Right.
And then something failed, and then he said, Marathi Manus can't do business. So I think that's one story. If you want to do business, just do that. Concentrate, give your whole, and it will come. It might take, some people get established in 3 years, some people get established in 8 years, but that's also a journey. That 8 years also you are learning, and you are earning something. You might not get big profits, but you are learning and getting some profits. In that you'll grow slowly. So that's the basic.
Basic and core of it, I can say. The sticking capacity.
Correct. And then the ethics is one thing. I've seen, no matter, you can earn big money by taking shortcuts, but they won't last.
Right.
It is not sustainable.
You also mentioned about karma in between.
Correct. So something happens. You can't pinpoint it.
Articulate.
It happens somehow. You will start failing, or you will start getting some knocks here and there.
Right.
So rather than that, be ethical, do your things rightfully, and one day or another you will get your success.
Time frames can be different for every person. Someone can get it short, someone take it long.
Now I'm working since 2010, you might say, and then it's 2025. I still don't believe that I'm successful. There's a long way to go. Because if I'm aligning myself with India's success story, then India also, my nation also needs to grow. And when my nation is successful, then I'll think, okay, I also succeeded a little bit, that I could make the story happen for my country. So that's the plan. So I'm a little bit patriotic also. I'm a little bit of everything. I like my country. I wasn't happy living in South Africa. That was very, very tough time for me. I'm very close to my country. I didn't want to leave India at all, but circumstances were such that I needed to earn at that time. So I had to go. But now, coming back to the country, I enjoy the food. I go around. I do everything that I couldn't do at the stage. So now I'm very happy being back to the country.
That's very interesting to know about your entire journey, your philosophy of business, ethics, recruitment, many things actually. So, do you have any quote to share before we close down this podcast?
Not quote as such. I don't read much.
Okay.
Sorry to say that, because I'm asking you all or requesting you all to read my book, but I'll say I don't read much books. The reason for it is that I don't get much time, and if I have time, I'm always in the car, in driving or traveling. So my always philosophy has been, try to keep improving yourself. Every day is a new day. In that day, if you improve yourself from yesterday, you will easily achieve something in your life. So that's the philosophy I live with. ARIA is opening minds everywhere. So when you open your minds, you'll know how innovation can better your life.
Very interesting to know about your personal journey, about ISF, about your ARIA, what the ARIA is. So I thank you for giving your time and coming for this podcast. It was really interesting, and and it was more interesting to know about your personal journey, your ethics, and I hope many people have learned a lot of things, how they can groom themselves, how they can change their ideology, thought process, so that they can align for a better success. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me.
Thank you.
It was fun more than just talking, chit chatting, and having fun. That's more like it.
Right. So, if you have liked this podcast, you can share it with the people who are aspiring entrepreneurs or students. You will find Akshay Gaikwad's link in the LinkedIn link in the description. If you want to contact, you can contact him. I hope that is okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
And keep innovating, keep investing, and keep earning tremendously. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. All the best.